Good day everyone, this is your teacher Mama Doko, and once again I would like to thanks everyone who watch and follow and subscribe to our YouTube channel Bright Minds. And for our tutorial today, we will be discussing about actual time and approximate time. Let me give you first our learning objective. Compute for actual time and approximate time. What is actual time and approximate time? Actual time is the time of a loan or investment that is obtained by counting the actual number of days between the origin date and the maturity date of a loan. In actual time, a year is composed of 365 days. So remember this. For actual time, the year is composed of 365 days. And then approximate time. Approximate time is the same manner as the actual time, but on the assumption that each of the 12 months in a year has 30 days. So in approximate time, we assume that each month has 30 days. So in approximate time, a year is composed of 360 days. And also take note that 12 months in a year does not equally have 30 days. So therefore, actual time is longer than approximate time, since actual time has 365 days. And also, it will be best if we familiarize this limerick poem. Okay, so I will give you this poem. 30 days have September, April, June, and November. The rest has 31 days except February, which has 28 or 29. February has 28 days on ordinary years and will have 29 days only during leap years. And leap year happens every 4 years. Let me give you a tip on how to determine if the year is a leap year or ordinary years. Okay, like for example, 2008. So try to check the last 2 digits of the year. Okay, so 8. So 8 is divisible by 4. So 8 divided by 4. Okay, so it is divisible by 4. So 2008 is a leap year. So the February has 29 days. Okay, another example, 2012. Okay, so 12 is divisible by 4. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. So 2012 is a leap year. So the February has 29 days. Okay. 2013. So 13 is not divisible by 4. How about 2020? So 20 divided by 4. So it is divisible by 4. So the answer is 5. So February 2020 has 29 days. Okay, last example, 2021. So 21 is not divisible by 4. So it means February 2021 is an ordinary month. So it will have only 28 days. We have here an illustration. Find the actual time and approximate time between August 21st to December 9th. And let us determine first the actual time. And also, guys, try to remember the poem. 30 days have September, April, June, and November. The rest have 31 except February, which has 28 or 29. Okay, so the origin date is August, and August has 31 days. And then since it is started on 21, okay, so the origin date is 21. Okay, so how many days left for the month of August? So days left in the month of August is 10 days. And then September, okay, so September has 30 days. And then October, how many days in October? Okay, 31 days. And then in November, how many days in November? 30 days. And then in December, so December has 9 days. So because December 9 is the maturity days. And then after that, we sum all the days. Okay, so 10 days plus 30 days, then 31 days of October, and then 30 days of November, and 9 days of December. So the actual time is 110 days. Okay, so the actual time is 110 days. Let's proceed to determine the approximate time between August 21st to December 9. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is write down the month and the days. And then we write down the maturity date, which is December 9, as the minuend. Okay, so December is 12 and the days 9. And then write down August 21 as the subtrahend. Okay, so August is 8 and the days 21. And then subtract the subtrahend or the origin date to the maturity date to determine the approximate time. Okay, and then we start first the days. Since we cannot subtract 21 to 9, we need to borrow 30 days. Okay, remember approximate time, 30 days in 1 month. So we need to borrow 30 days from December. Okay, and add to the 9 days. Okay, so we have now 39 days less 21 days, so we have 18 days. And then since we deduct 1 month from December, so it is now 11 months. Okay, so 12 minus 1, 11 months, then less 8 months. Okay, so the remaining months is 3 months. And then after that, we multiply the 3 months by 30 days. Okay, so 3 months multiplied by 30 days per month, so we have 90 days. And then we add the 18 days to get the approximate time. Okay, 90 days plus 18 days, so our approximate time is 108 days. Okay, so we can see the difference between the actual time and the approximate time. And also remember that actual time is longer than the approximate time. I have here another example. Find the actual time and approximate time between November 22, 2009 to March 2, 2010. So let us start with the actual time. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is write down the origin date, which is November 22, 2009. So we start with the year 2009 and then the month November. So November has 30 days. And then the origin date is 22. So origin date Okay, so 22. And then we need to subtract the origin date from 30 days. So November has 8 days left. And then December has 31 days. And then the maturity date is March to 2010. Then we write the year 2010. And then January has 31 days. And then February, how many days in February? 28 days. Okay, so how you will know that February is not a leap year? Okay, so remember the last 2 digits of the year. Like example here, 2010. 10 is not divisible by 4. Okay, so if it is not divisible by 4, so it means February is an ordinary day. So 28 days only. And then the March 2. Okay. And then we get the actual time. Sum all the days. Okay, so 8 days plus 31 plus 31 plus 28 and 2. So we have 100 days. Okay, so the actual time is 100 days between November 22, 2009 to March 2, 2010. Now we go to approximate time. Okay, so we should write the year and then the month and the days. Okay, so write first the maturity date as our minuend, which is March 2, 2010. Okay, so 2010 first, and then the month. Okay, 3 months, and then the days, 2. And subtract the origin date. Okay, so the origin date is November 22, 2009. So the year 2009, and then the month is 11, and the days is 22. Okay, so subtract the origin date to the maturity date. Okay, so we start with the days first. Since we cannot subtract 22 from 2, so we need to borrow 30 days from March. Okay, so and add it to the days. Okay, so 2 plus 30. So the days now is 32 days. And then the month. Okay, so we need to deduct 1 month since we borrow it. Okay, so it will become 2 months. Okay, so 2 plus 30 is 32 less 22. So the remaining days is 10 days. And then we go to the month. 2 minus 11. Since we cannot subtract 11 from 2, so we need to borrow 12 months from the year 2010. Okay, and add to the months. Okay, so 2 plus 12. Okay, so we have now 14. 14 minus 11. So the remaining months is 3 months. And then this will be 2009. Okay, so we have 3 months and 10 days as the approximate time. Okay, so we multiply 30 days to 3 months. Okay, so to our approximate time is 90 days plus 10 days is equals to 100 days. So it's okay to have an equal actual time and approximate time. Let us answer this last problem. Find the actual time and approximate time between September 21, 2007 to February 25, 2010. And as usual, we determine first the actual time. Okay, so the origin date is September 21, 2007, and the maturity date is February 25, 2010. So we write down first the origin date, or the prior date, which is September 21, 2007. So 2007 is the year, and then the month September, and September has 30 days. Okay, and then the origin date is in September 21. Origin date 21, and then we subtract the origin date 21 to 30 days, so the remaining date for the month of September is 9 days. Okay. Next, the next month is October. So October has 31 days. And then the November has 30 days. And then the month of December also has 31 days. Okay, so also take note that between year 2007 and 2010, there are years in between these two dates. So the next year is 2008. Okay, so actual time, if it is actual time, the number of days in 1 year is 365 days. So 2008 has 365 days. And then the year 2009 also has 365 days. And then we continue to the year 2010. Okay, so January has how many days? 31 days. And then the month of February, the maturity date is 25. And then we get the sum of all the days to get the actual time. Okay, so 9 days plus 31 days, 30 days plus 31 days, then add the 365 days, another 365 days, and then 31 days for January, and the 25 days for February. So the total time is 887 days. So this is the actual time for the actual time between September 21, 2007 to February 25, 2010. And then we proceed to determine the approximate time. Okay, so we write down first the years, and then the month, and the days. Okay, so we write first the maturity date. So the maturity date is February 25, 2010 as the minuend. Okay, so for the year 2010, then month 2, and the days 25. And then the origin date, which is September 21, 2007. So we write down the year 2007, and then the month 9, and the days 21 days. Okay, and then we need to subtract the subtrahend to the minuend, or subtract the origin date to the maturity date to get the approximate time. Okay, so we start with the days first. So 25 minus 21, so we have 4 days. And then we proceed to the month. Since we cannot deduct 9 to 2, so we need to borrow 12 months from year 2010 and add to the month. So 2 plus 12 will be 14 months. Now we can deduct the 9 months. Okay. And then the 2010, we make it as 2009. Okay, so we go back to the month. So 14 minus 9 will be 5 months. And then 2009 less 2007, so there will be 2 years. Okay, so the approximate time between September 21, 2007 to February 25, 2010 is 2 years, 5 months, and 4 days. And we need to convert these 2 days. So 2 years multiplied by 360 days, because this is approximate time. And then 5 months times 30 days. Okay, so our approximate time is 720 days plus 150 days plus 4 days. So the total approximate time is 874 days. Okay, so actual time is longer than the approximate time. So you can see the difference.